Hey guys, Hangout in the crib. Just a community show today. Obviously, it's here with me, the Pain Train hosting. We've got Scotty Shoeman with us to give
Alright.
me a hand. Choking on his food, no surprise. Stephen, who was a regular, you probably used to him. Sean's been on a few times. We've got Snowman and Low Dog, who have been on a couple of times as well. And a new guy to the chat this week, Thomas. I think you said your name was Odin Slayer.
Yeah, that's correct, Mike.
Yeah, welcome to the show, mate.
Thanks a lot.
So, I suppose first thing we'll talk about, we've got the arena going on at the moment. How are you all finding it? Are you all participating, or are you going to wait and start it tonight, or what?
I'm gonna wait and start it tonight because I was at work. I've been working, so I'll just start it late and see what happens.
I'm going to do the same. I'm not starting mine till later tonight as well.
I have done a little bit, but not too interested in spending 4 days trying to get a color for my hole. It's kind of redundant.
Yeah, well, you do get extra Grimraths as well, don't you? If you win the top 10. Or is it the top 65? You can get
65.
one. Yeah. How do you feel about the Grimraths? Do you think it's something it's worth going to or not?
I don't have one, so that's all I'm shooting for is one. That's all I care.
What are you going to build it with, Sean?
Not. I haven't really given it that much thought, but more than likely, probably with my Crusaders that I'm in the process of building.
Interesting. We did a thing about that on the week show. I don't know if you saw it, but not many people use them at the moment. Crusaders is usually kind of a Frostburn flagship fleet, isn't it? But they seem effective. I mean, I got flattened by them once, and it was a shock because I've killed Frosted Crusaders loads. So definitely a powerful fleet if you drive it right.
Speaking of the arena, I actually went up against someone that actually had that same build. They had the Grim Wrath with 3 Crusaders, and yeah, it was pretty. I was dead within about 8 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once the battle started, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, last arena I took my Grimwrath and one of my Goliaths in. When I just put the Arbalest on it, and that was insane. As soon as I sent the Grimwrath forward and they got in range like golly, it just tore them to bits.
Except when you fought me and you lost. Just throw that in there, Sky. So it looks like
you get so fast eaten by those Crusaders. It's just they put you full of holes, and then you're down in the drains in 2 minutes.
Have you done much of the arena yourself, Thomas?
No, not so much in the arena. I'm more of a base and the Forsaken mission and basing in that one. But fleet versus fleet, no, not so good.
Yeah. Well, it kind of got interrupted with the ranking fleets, I found. They kind of ruined it by putting them both out together. A lot of the cleverer people would have just focused on the ranking fleets, I think.
Have you thought
I
about
agree.
maybe doing it? Carry on. Have you thought about maybe doing it just for the 50 wins to get the Grease Monkeys for the raid?
Yeah, I would say, to anyone watching, if they're not doing the arena, remember you've got your free match of the day. So the quicker you get it in, the more matches you can get out of it. You have got the opportunity to win a random road groove on your first victory every 24 hours anyway. So you could get something decent out of that. And like Sky said, 50 wins gets you the Grease Monkeys. So I'd suggest everyone should at least aim for that if they can. So moving on to the work in progress. It was only released, I think, a few hours ago, weren't it? The work in progress. I don't know how many people have seen it yet, or if anyone in chat's seen it, but it's up on the Kickstarter site. The first thing I noticed is the two campaigns coming within a week of each other is a Going Rogue campaign, begins May the 2nd, which is tomorrow, and Let It Burn campaign on May the 9th, which is the original Let It Burn. So it's not for tokens this time; it's for uranium. So if you're needing your uranium, you've got that campaign coming soon. I think I don't know how you lot feel about the campaigns coming out in that so soon from each other, as well as the arena as well. What do you think about that? Do you think they've thrown too much in too soon, or what?
Yeah, I mean, and the ranking fleets. I mean, I like the ranking fleets, but it seemed a lot to take on one after the other.
I missed them. I was busy with real life shit, so I didn't get a chance to do any of them at all yesterday, and I was not very happy about it. I mean, spaced some stuff out a little bit. I really don't understand why the ranking fleets come out on Thursdays, of all things. It just kind of feels like a random day where you might want to put those in the middle of the weekend, even if you're overlapping with campaigns. I mean, with the arena stuff, it's not costing you any repairs. So I don't really understand why they put it in the middle of the week. Make it on Saturday, Kixeye. I would be very, very grateful.
I think if they did it on the weekend, and I agree with you, but I think if they did it on the weekend, man, they'd have a massive overload, and we all know that they have a problem with their server already.
And dredges are on Fridays. So.
Yeah, I like the way they put dredges in this time for the arena as well. I like that.
Well, it's good for the arena, but when you think about it, when the dredges came out, I was sat there, I was tallying up the last bits of the ranking fleets. There was the arena to do. Most of us jumped to a different world yesterday. We're starting to hit a couple of alliances. So we've got base hitting, dredges, arena, the ranking fleets. Not to mention Forsaken missions. I still haven't done mine yet. It seems like I've got a hell of a lot of stuff to do this week.
Yeah.
It feels really busy.
And we got to hit Dog X all in the middle of that.
Yeah, we did. We're still doing that now, actually. It's a good fight we've got going on at the moment. I'm sure it'll pick up as the days go on.
Send up on Snowman.
Yeah, I think I overload the game with all the things that come out from week to week.
But it's like everyone kind of like moaned about the arena, and then every 2 weeks you get the raid, and then the arena again, and obviously the mini raid every week. And now they've got more as well within like the same week.
Yeah, completely agree on that one.
They're not really thinking about repairs and stuff. People waiting for repairs and.
Yeah, people do get bored of it. The first comment I've seen going up in chat: too much stuff, all needing coins, getting fed up with the boring chores. I couldn't agree more. It just seems like there's too much, and I think I'd rather just carry on hitting bases. That's what I play the game for. The biggest part of it is hitting bases for me, and it all seems to get taken away when you have to grind out all these chores. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are useful, like the extra bits of uranium and the extra road crews and stuff. It is useful, it's just a bloody pain in the arse to do them. So, next thing on my list, or in the work in progress, new Forsaken content. I know Scotty and Earth in particular are going to love this, because Scotty's waiting for his bulkhead, and Earth is waiting for his, I don't know, he's waiting for something. The more, I think,
do it to me.
So you gotta hope that they're still there. But there's two new pieces of equipment, if you like, coming. There's the Pryoclastic turret, which we don't really know what it is officially. I think there's been some kind of leak that there's gonna be a is it like a radiation thrower type turret, a frontline defense turret. So we'll see on that. And then there's Infinite Reinforcements D4C, which is just the armor, I suppose, just like we've got the X, M, and R at the moment. So what do you think about those two additions?
Just leave bulkhead.
Good.
Oh, we have two ladies joined, I've just noticed. I'm going to say ladies.
We got a full room.
Yeah, and it's always interesting to see them add new content, especially with the level. They've kind of been moving away from Apox are great, and they gave them to a couple weeks ago. But it's nice to see a good solid base turret come back. It's exciting if it's really is a large scale like flamethrower for our base.
Yeah, it's also nice to see that Steven's a lady.
Yeah, I was just about
Straight
to
over to
say,
the ladies as
nice.
Steven jumps in.
Hey, you learn something every day.
Evening.
Medusa. Rena.
Hello.
There we go. That was a short mic test. Hello, ladies.
I said I'd get on. I didn't say I'd
Nobody
actually
else?
talk.
Well, you've got
Good
to
evening,
talk.
everyone.
You've not got a camera on. I think we should start making cameras compulsory for the audience.
I think Snowman should talk more. People like his voice.
Yeah, Snowman needs to talk, and the ladies need to just have cameras.
Yeah.
Just for Trogar's benefit. I know he loves it.
Do you want me to sing a song?
If you
Right.
could, yeah, that would be great. If you want to sing. Is it going to be a Christmas song?
It's going to be about Big Ben.
You can keep it to yourself.
This is the point where I mute. This is the point where I mute him.
But anyway, have we got any? Well, we don't know any stats on them, but we got any idea of when they're coming out? If it's next week or
May the
their new
5th.
prizes?
So the next Forsaken mission, which is on Wednesday, is it? Tuesday, Wednesday time, whenever it comes out. When is May the 5th? Tuesday. So yeah, Tuesday, new turret and the new reinforcements. It doesn't say anything, it just said excellent missions to base defense. One thing I know that people will be happy about is they're going to be adding tokens to the Forsaken mission. So someone's breathing really heavy down the mic.
Hey, Rob, just remember though, they're adding the tokens, but you can only get the tokens if you've got everything on that prize list.
What? Says who?
Says the forum. We will also be adding tokens to the forum, which will be available to players if they already have all the prizes from the list.
That's fine with me if it works for the low tiers, though. You're still, I mean, that's tier 4. That's fine. You'll catch up, and it's whatever. If you're still getting some free tokens every week, that would be cool.
Well, you're going to, for those of us who get all 4 of the tiers, we're going to probably get tokens for the first 3 because we normally always have those first 3 finished. But that 4th one is almost going to be impossible.
Yeah, well, it is going to be impossible. I've never missed tier 4, and I don't have them all. If they didn't add anything new, I think I'm one or two left. And then they've got only 2 more, so it's physically impossible to win it because there's 2 new prizes. Maybe in 3 weeks we'll get something, or 4 weeks, but I don't know. Like you said, the lower tiers. I can't remember the last time I won anything in tier 1, 2, or 3. Maybe the shielded tactical system thing they put up.
Yeah, only whenever they put in a new full tier of stuff.
Yeah, like the bypass chain guns and smaller things like that. But I suppose tokens are tokens. It's free repairs, builds, or research, so it's better than nothing.
I think that's true. But I mean, like we mentioned on the Wednesday show about the speed upgrade and little prizes like that to rotate them in for newer players and people that don't have them. Maybe rotate them into the lower tiers.
They could. I'm just thinking about the stuff which I said last time on the show, on Wednesday, how they needed to put some of the older stuff in. I hope this doesn't get in the way of that, because I'd rather have shielded electronics or something else that I'm missing than a bloody token.
Yeah. Well,
I think Kixeye should take a 2-month vacation and let us rank and build and get everything in the weeklies. My opinion.
Could you imagine that? How great would that be?
yeah, I kind of agree on that one.
That's not going to happen.
It's
be
besides
nice.
that, any new players you want to bring into the game, it doesn't give them a chance to catch up.
Yeah, but if you think about that one, We should have the raids doing that one every third month.
But they'd be losing money, so that's not going to happen.
Isn't that the way it was before? Wasn't it every 3 months? Or
Yeah.
it's been so long.
It's been a long time. There seems to be always something new coming on now, doesn't it?
Oh yes, we can bet on that.
Medusa that wasn't here for the asking how the arena's getting on. Are they doing the arena? Medusa arena?
I haven't been doing it. I've been working on just getting more uranium at the moment, so I haven't done it this time.
I haven't really started mine yet either. I went in to look at the prize list, so it put me in a bracket, but I think I'm like 210th or something.
Seems a lot of people starting it late this time as well. To try and get
I wonder
in
why.
the brackets.
Maybe they listened to Professor last week, where he told everyone he's
Yeah.
splitting it to join late.
If I get a hard bracket, I'm taking it on Professor.
Yeah, blame Professor, he's not here, so that works. Brilliant. Let's hope he doesn't wash his back. Moving on, I know Stevens is really keen to talk about this, so I'm going to skip over it and come back to it. But it's actually next on the list on the work in progress is the May event. It's called Purgatory, and it begins May the 14th, which isn't very long. It's actually less than 2 weeks away. It's a week, 2 weeks yesterday.
It's 12.
So that's come around fast, hasn't it? But I'll just read out what it says for anyone who hasn't already seen. It says Purgatory begins May 14th with a similar format as the Descent, assault forces and platforms, a sector progress bar that can be filled to unlock a special sector store and grant buffs to players, co-op campaigns, etc. Purgatory will also introduce a new boss target similar to the Kraken and the Reaver Mothership. I'll have more info on the event and that new threat very soon. Hint, radioactive defense, fire-field resistance, and or maneuverability are your friends. So that's all it says so far about the event. Is that exciting anybody, or does no one give a shit?
It depends on how the sector thing's going to work. I mean, it's going to work like the raid. I mean, you know, because some people got stupid amounts to get.
What's the carrot for at the end of the stick here? Because some sectors really struggled trying to get that bonus. And,
Proto.
Is that what they're going to put out every month? Like, here, go take a proto. Who wants a proto? It's right here. I mean, what else do they have for us? Is that enticing? I know we'll do it. Okay.
They probably got more protos now. People are being banned as they build them.
They just automatically show up in Will Harbin's dock. Like, he just shows up. He's got like 600 protos.
I'm not wrong. Someone's made a video showing off their proto. Quite ironically, I think the end of the video says something like plenty more videos to come or something. I'm like, not with a band base, there's not. Just the irony.
Yeah,
So getting off.
that's a smart move.
But yeah, I mean, I would be interested to see what they're going to offer. Maybe there'll be something new. We keep mentioning what might be coming to replace the Nemi. Maybe a Reaver Mothership or something. Who knows? Or maybe just bonus uranium. I don't know. Could be.
Can I have the fucking weapon that's on the Reaver Motherships that shoots like 130, 135? The jab that you could never die. You could never outrun.
Listen, the new ship in the drag base is going to be called the Proto Snowman. So good luck getting it.
Oh, Earth joined.
All right. Woo! Bless us with your presence. Hello, buddy.
Who let Earth on?
Later never.
Can we talk about the giant, like, wonderful thing that's coming?
What? You know about the retrofits?
Oh, yes.
No, we can't talk about them. Earth, you there, mate?
I'm going to be in this corner crying. I'll talk to you later.
I am indeed. Yeah, I've just got back.
Hey! Did you hear about the Forsaken mission? There's great news.
What's that?
They're adding two new items next week.
Yeah, I know. Cheers, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's alright, Earth. I'm in the same boat.
So everybody kill Pain Train now, is it?
Oh, his base is next door. You know, you want to come over?
My base was bubbled. I got failed in earlier by someone in Dugout.
I won't fail. I'll make sure.
That is out of promise. Anyway, I'll snipe your launchpad. What was I talking about? The event? How do people feel about the event with the new boss target? It said it's going to be similar to a Kraken or Reaver mothership. So I'm guessing it's just a random spawn.
Oh, could this be the new forces they were talking about? They were talking about bringing new forces out. Could this be the start of them?
Whatever it is, it's obviously going to put out a crap load of radioactive, and if it's going to be anything like the Kraken, it's probably going to have lots of evade.
And obviously it looks like it's going to slow you as well, by the sounds of it. So, agility systems and, you know, slow resistances. Maybe that new tactical system's coming to use.
You know, hopefully they don't put them all on the map. So, I mean, in 2.5 hours, they're not all gone. They spawn them in like a sequence or something. It was ridiculous last time.
Yeah, that was a pretty shitty way to dole it all out at once.
But see, I think that depends on the sector that you're in too. You know, if you've got an alliance that has, you know, over 50 people, and at least the majority of them are all heavy hitters, that's going to be your problem. But for some sectors where you've only got 20, 30 people, and half of them are heavy hitters, you don't have that problem as much.
You just have the problem of opening the bloody things.
Yeah, I mean, there are some figures that didn't make it. 6-day raid, I heard a couple people I saw a couple things on Alliance Career, but they're like, they got halfway and just no one could do it.
I mean, also ours was a grind. Mine seems to get over the mill.
I think that was a test for the upcoming ones, because simple fact is that it will, you know, obviously if this sector, they set the points bar too high for them, so they'll probably figure out a different algorithm or something that will help make it a little easier next time.
Well, we always did say cut them a little slack in the first one of a new format, because they're just getting their feet wet.
Yeah, see, the thing is, though, it's like with the last raid, when we had the Reaver targets, I mean, I know in our sector we only had like 7, and, you know, they really need to sort of have a uniform spawning across the sectors, because I know that there were a lot of sectors, there was quite a lot of targets, and then, you know, in mine, and I know in quite a few others, there was next to Jack, really, so...
I was in 400, and I'll bet we had at least 15 to 20 of them.
Yeah, see, we only had 7, and, you know, we were looking at next door, and next door had even opened up their targets, and nobody was hitting them, and we could count 15 in there, so... I think there needs to be a uniform sort of thing about it, really.
Yeah, and I think the top prize also needs to be along the same lines as dropping at the same sort of rates per sector. I mean, we got 1 in our sector and some were getting lots, so I know it's random, but that needs to be improved.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Jump to us, Medusa. We got 8 last time.
It's the evil snowman. Nobody listens to the evil snowman.
Never. Nobody ever listens to me.
Of them 8, Snow actually got 7.
And a half.
Has anyone thought about whether they might add like a massive batch of hooks as a prize? You know, in the raid at any point, like a massive pack of tokens. That would be worth fighting for, I bet.
Depends on what.
Here it's 2 weeks or a week and a half. That'd be pretty cool.
I think it's going to depend on what that actual amount is as well.
Yeah, I think Thomas touched on it just then. What was it you said, Thomas?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of tokens it is and what amount we're going to get them in.
Yeah, and also how hard it will be to kill them and how many coins you're going to need to spend. But, you know, it's something they can think about adding. I think they do add into the raid anyway. You know, as a little side bonus like they do with the uranium.
Well, see, the thing is, I think as well, because there's a lot of players that have been playing for years and years. With the Forsaken missions, I mean, I think that I've not been able to get a tier 3 prize now for like over a year. So I'm hoping that they're going to start putting tokens in there so that once you've obviously got all of the tier 3 prizes that you can get in the Forsaken, for instance, you can sort of be taking tokens instead, and I think that should be put into raid prizes as well, because there's a lot of us that have been playing a long time, and when raids come up, we can only get 1 or 2 prizes. It's great that everybody else can have access to other things which they need, but I think that people should be rewarded for how long they've been playing as well. So maybe put that in as something you can do as well. So because you've got prizes, you've got the limited prize, and you've got the new ship that's come out. So you can get those, and then that's all you can really get. Put in an option to have some tokens in there as well. Be good.
Yeah, but I mean, as much as I agree with that, you've got some players that took a hiatus of 6 months or a year or longer and haven't been playing, and then all of a sudden they come back and they get a perk like that. I don't agree with that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, if you can't obviously take anything from each tier, so if you have all of the prizes already, then you should have the option to, instead of having a prize from that tier, be able to obtain some tokens. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can just like go ahead and fucking have it, but if there's nothing else for you to have in that tier because you've collected all of the prizes in that tier, then you should be able to have something.
I agree. I got you. I'm tracking.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't make it very clear. Sorry.
I want to point out something that someone said on chat. Chuck said, I think it was Sean actually, Knuckle. He said, give uranium for points not redeemed in the raid. I think that would be a brilliant idea. They used to let you, this is way back in the old days, they used to let you convert points into res, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was
I mean, why
years
not let
ago.
us? Yeah, but
Yeah, but the only
they could let us have some.
Or
The only-
tokens.
Yeah, that's what
Go
I was
ahead.
going to say. Let us have some tokens or
Sean's just said
uranium.
tokens. Mm.
The only problem we're going to have with that, yeah, I agree like with the tokens, but the only problem we're going to have if you want to trade it over to uranium is, a lot of us only have a 208K limit. So they're going to have to either raise that or, again, trade something into like tokens. I'd rather have the tokens than the uranium.
A token store idea for leftover points would be great. It really is. But even if they set it to where, I don't know, a mill for a couple hours, something that's where they're not flooding the economy, but you're still getting something for having points left.
Yeah, I know, because, I mean, for example, the last raid, I helped you, Stephen, and I helped a few other people. And, I'd got all my points, and I even stopped short of that before I started helping people out, because I knew that I was going to have, obviously, earn points by helping people out. And I still end up with, 20 million points over the top, which I couldn't really do anything with. So, I think that it's gonna be beneficial if you could swap them for anything really.
What do you think about people who just, they grind out as many points as they can? Do you think that if they will sit there and spend or grind 2, 3, 4, 500 million points, that they should get all that reward, or maybe should Kickside cap it? So once you reach a certain amount, that's it. No matter how many points you've got extra.
Well, the
No.
grinding at that point, either you're using some super powerful fleet that you've either put crap tons of time or money in, or you're gluing your ass to that seat for 500 mil. I mean, damn, you would be gluing your ass to that seat. So some kind of cap would probably not be a bad idea. but I don't think it would be quite as that excessive.
Yeah, I mean, you got two sides of it. You got the side of it where if they want to spend or grind that much, is their reward. Why shouldn't they? But there's also the balance side of it. You want to keep the game balanced and not give too much to one side of the game.
Did we say balance and battle pirates in the same sentence?
Um,
No, no.
In a logical world,
Yeah.
yes.
But no, yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna want to reward people for what they've done, but I think if you're rewarding people for sitting there and people sending them coin to fucking prep targets or whatever, or to go through campaigns and stuff, I think that's a bit wrong. I think it needs to be, if you're gonna go through it and earn yourself your tokens, if you're going to be doing it for your own game rather than like helping people out in campaigns and stuff like that, then I think that's alright. But any points which are co-opt, I don't think should count, because I think that's probably a lot of the points that are on the board, and they're like mega hundreds to thousands, millions, like.
Did anybody happen to see what the top player was that had in points?
No, actually, I missed.
I think
it was almost 900 million points.
I'm not impressed. He didn't get the billion. Not impressed.
Yeah.
I was too busy driving my Nemesis around.
Well, you know, Snow. Stop rubbing it in.
The Nemesis you didn't even know you had?
Yeah, that one,
yes. Yeah.
Snow, isn't that the one that you go around collecting cargo with?
No, that's the one. That's the one I run around trying not to get sunk.
It's the one that he sends some memorials.
More, that's what it is.
Just while we're talking about Nemesis and the assault platforms, I want to touch on something before we go past it. Drogar said on the chat he's not 100%, so if it's not true, keep the pitchforks away. But he says it sounds like the platforms won't spawn until after the store is opened, and then they will respawn after being destroyed. But
well, that's good.
Don't quote him on that, he says.
But he's not 100% sure, so.
No. But I mean, it at least shows that they're considering it, aren't they? Which they bloody well better.
Well, I think,
so they're going to get a lot of
I think
pirates again.
I think last time they done a fairly good job, really. It was a really fun raid. There was lots of things to do. There was the extra target. Everybody got behind it. I think their idea about it was good, but their execution wasn't great. And I think that they've learnt from that now. And hopefully going forward, we're going to get stuff which is a bit more fair and, everybody's going to be a bit more happy with.
So I get why the platforms didn't respawn, because obviously if you could just keep hitting them over and over, pretty much everybody would get a proto the way they was dropping in some sectors. But it should have been done, say, like, you get so many, and then like within 24, 48 hours you get more, and then they're gone, I think.
Or even if they'd have gone, we'll keep on making them respawn all week, but the max you can have in the sector is 4, or 7 or whatever. That would have been fine. But
4 round of drop base, and then they respawn.
Yeah.
Every swap.
See, and that'd be nice, because then you could have like up in the top right hand corner or something where it shows that there's 4 allowed and 3 out of the 4 have been taken, so you still got the chance of still getting one of whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think they just should have set them up like they did the Krakens before, where they just randomly spawn throughout your sector. If you spotted it, you got a chance at it. But
I 100% agree with that. Me and Rob have both said the same on previous hangouts that we've done, and we've both said the same. That's probably the best way of doing it, really.
And hopefully this time they'll be worth. Hopefully this time they'll be worth some points too.
Yeah, definitely. Because that really annoyed some people last time, didn't it? They were expecting points because they were advertised points originally, and then that was taken away from them. But with regards to the Krakens and stuff, they did say that there's going to be an introduction of a new boss target similar to the Kraken. Whether that's going to be the top end target which you need to hit, or a side target you can hit for fast points, we don't know. But hopefully, it kind of does what we're hoping it will do.
I like the fact doing it different though. No, a different edition rather than the same old thing all the time.
I mean, at the end of the day, the thing is with the raids is that, you know, it doesn't matter how many different things you put in there. You know, as a general rule, everybody gets bored within sort of a day or so. So, you know, any individual targets that you can put in there just to break up the pattern from doing the campaigns and stuff, you know, and as different as you can make them as well, is always going to be great, because that boredom sets in, doesn't it, after a day.
Yes, well, let's not forget this season is going to be as long as the last raid. The last one was a whole store, you know. It was a longer raid. This one probably, I'm assuming, going to be a regular kind of Thursday to Monday deal. So
yeah, but even still,
as well.
Even still, I know that I usually get bored within the day. I usually get bored of it. So any extra targets we can have that are going to break up the pattern, because, you know, if you're going to be hitting campaigns and the same over and over and over, you know, it's anything that can break up the boredom's good for me, I reckon.
It's the same as the arena. I mean, as much
agree.
as I do like doing the arena tournament, I mean, the first couple of times, you know, it was good 'cause it's something different, but it gets repetitive.
Yeah. But at least with the arena, you're fighting different fleets all the time, aren't you? It's not necessarily fighting the same thing all the time. I mean, you've got to change stuff up and sort of get it going like that.
Well, they said that's one of the things what was in the work in progress. The next tournament, they said they're working on some new features for it, and they're in early stages of development, so they don't know what. They haven't said anything else other than they're working on some new features. Hopefully that will make that extra bit of variety we're looking for. They said they expect to see some new ship models and possibly new prizes, but it's too early to tell. And it's going to be on May the 26th, if anyone wants to know a date for the tournament.
Woohoo! Payday.
They're trying to say in that May event, that perjury, just give me the Crow Death charge and I'll be happy in the sector store.
Yeah, I know. Don't give him it. I've already got it, so sod him. It'll be fine.
Hey, does anybody think that now that the Crusaders are becoming a lot more useful, or not useful, but used, that we're going to have a new level of walls?
Oh God!
Well, I mean, if you ever watch Crusaders hit your base and just melt through everything, it's probably not a bad idea to up some walls.
It makes sense, to be honest.
Stephen looks upset.
No, I hope not.
No, I gotta agree. It makes sense. I mean, you know,
It does make sense.
four or five level
it
6
does.
walls and just go straight through them.
Well, if you look at it, it's like you can set up one ship that will do, what was it, like 30,000 in wall damage in one hit.
Oh yeah, easily.
And then you've got some builds you can do, like over 100,000 in wall damage, and they pierce. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
come
man.
on. I mean, realistically, what are you going to do with walls? Because if you update that, then you basically, any other cannon in the game, you've just wiped out completely. So I don't think.
I think you'd have to do it so like
could
it takes Caracan.
I don't think that they will do it. That it's gonna be in a way that it's just straight sort of Crusaders. You're not having it. I reckon it would have to be in a way where it'd have to have a certain percentage of pierce reduction on it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just a slightly less reduction depending on what it's got to go through.
Yeah.
Maybe
So like, yeah.
Maybe they'll add
Maybe
something maybe they'll add something that you upgrade your walls with.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. I just think, the only way that they're going to do it, they wouldn't be able to do it with just having a straight up armor swap on it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to have a reduction on the piercing quality of it, because that's what really makes the arbalist. And back in the old days when we had the crossbow, that's what really made the weapon. So,
Correct.
Yeah, but
it needs to have some sort of like a pierce decay, so that when you have one wall, and then you get sort of like a 50% pierce decay per set of walls that you have.
I don't think it really needs to be that much either.
Well, yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
it's just a number
Yeah.
that I throw out. It's not really anything sort of serious, but you need to have a certain percentage of pierce decay on the walls levels, really, but per level or per wall that you've got in between.
Because otherwise, I mean, walls aren't really doing. There's no point having them kind of type thing at the moment.
Well, there isn't really. No. It's just my opinion.
I know Stephen's on the edge of his seat to talk about this. There's a new retrofit pack coming, May 19th, including the Zoe Stingray, the Horlox Trident, and the Vasco's Interdictor. To our
Limited!
fans, as
Fuck
well
yeah.
as the not so great nuclear cruiser.
Hey,
I'm gonna let Stephen let his joy out because I know he's dying to talk about it.
well, I mean, first off, this is the first batch of limiteds we're seeing. I mean, we talked about how we really started to off-balance it, and you kind of wonder why you would do it for some versions. So it's great to see that they're paying some love to what we're looking for. Hopefully, we might also get a damage reduction with these as well. I mean, a repair reduction coming soon.
Yeah, but I mean, the retrofit for all of them except for the nuclear cruiser is pretty much worthless. I mean, how many Visagos and Harlocks and Zoe's Stingrays do you see people using?
I care about the Gretas, and that's what I'll be fucking honest. I love my Gretas, so that's what I'm focused on.
See, say that I've actually got 4 Hollow Tritons, so I never got the original Triton. I've got 4 Hollow Tritons that are actually ranked, that I actually rank normally, that had UAVs on to hit bases, and I still use one of them to prep out turrets and stuff like that. But I'm quite looking forward to getting them retro, to be honest, because they're really useful.
I love my Gretas, so I'm gonna retrofit them.
I think it's good that they're doing it, but I think they could do some other things that are hanging around as well.
Especially for Cody's.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the Kodiaks in this next one.
Well, while we're on the subject, what else would you like to see? What other was your top wish list for them to go ahead and get back in there?
I think Mastodons for the XP Specialist would be a good one.
I think it was supposed to be in the last 2.
Well, it was meant to be in the first one, wasn't it? It was in the actual graphic for the first one.
And definitely the Kodiaks as well.
Yeah, and Codex. Realistically, we've got the V2s already in there, right? And let's be honest, right? The next 2 go-to holes for doing the chores and stuff like that. Not even like base hitting or anything, but just doing the chores, like doing the Forsaken mission, getting rares, whatever. Kodiaks and that. They're your next go-to ships, aren't they? So
and then Mastodons,
doing your dredges. So
yeah,
they're the ones that I reckon that should have been involved in the first one. Really, the stuff that people are using day in day out to go and do their chores.
I can't say, even though I've got it, I can't say I agree with the Grimrath being in there so early.
I want my Harlocks in there.
I use the Harlocks Atlas a lot. That's what I've got, and I'd like to have seen that in there instead of the Visago Interdictor and Zoe Stingray. I mean, especially those 2. You very rarely ever see anybody using those.
Yeah, they've definitely put the lower stuff in, haven't they? Like, if you look at all the limits that came out in campaigns, Proto-Mastodon, Spaders Dreaded, and the non-campaigns like Horlox Trident, Viper Interdictor, even the Nash's carry, used an awful lot more than the stuff we've seen getting seen put in the retro lab this week.
Yeah, I mean, last time they did it, I would have agreed that, you know, they're not putting limited in specialists, but putting the Grimshine Rathian over the Harlock Triton and a few other limited that come out earlier prior to it. It just.
But have you noticed that they're more relating it to stuff in the Forsaken Arena, aren't they? Because obviously, the first one was the Warbirds come out last time, and the Monarch is
the
this
Monarch
time.
was stupid,
and then
the
you've got
Monarch was like,
and then you've got now the Grimshine's Wrath, which is available in the arena. So it's sort of like being catered towards that. But you know, I mean, they done the Atlases, which, you know, a lot of people have got Atlases built and stuff like that. But there's people like me who had the Atlas and we were building other stuff. And then the Harlock's Atlas come out the month later, didn't it? So, you know, and it was better, so we all built those. So, I mean, when it first came out, I didn't have one ship whatsoever which was affected by the VXP reduction whatsoever. And, you know, because they didn't include any limiteds, and a lot of people have built the limiteds, so at least they're going to start doing it. But I think, you know, realistically,
I mean, I got the three Warbirds. I agree, they did it in the wrong order. The Warbirds and the Wrath, and that shouldn't have been in there yet. There's priorities over that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Harlocks would have been a far better option than putting the Warbird in there so soon.
I'm not quite understanding why they put the Grimwrath and the Warbird and a couple of the newer ones in.
Really? It's kind of obvious to me.
Well,
they want you to coin the fleets and coin the rank to legendary so you can get the reduction.
Exactly, but what I'm saying, on a logistical standpoint of view, a logical standpoint of view, you would think that they'd put some of the older stuff in instead of some of that newer stuff. That kind of irritated me.
Yeah, it irritates me because I look at Reyna. She's got legendary Harlocks, which she's had for a long time. Now, someone can go out like Scotty, no offense, Scotty, and coin his Warbirds, get the rank up on them straight away by using his wallet, and now his repair is cheaper than Reyna's, and I don't see that as being fair, personally.
No, neither do I.
Oh, I agree.
I agree. I hate you, Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You dirty coin, you dirty coiner, Scotty. That's terrible. You never catch me coining stuff like that ever.
You're lucky you spent a lot of money on shoes. Could you imagine the fleets he'd have if he didn't?
You could have like 25 million fleets by now. Oh no, you can't, can you? Because you've only got 120 dock spaces.
Excuse me,
Harvin thinks you only need 120.
Excuse me, I ranked my Crusader to 68% from 60, you know, with no coin. Thank you very much.
You're gonna coin the rest, though, aren't you?
Maybe.
I do believe that's no comment.
You looked away from the screen. But that's not a deflection.
So the winner.
See, I thought I was being exceptionally good when I sorted my Hellhounds out, and then I didn't do the rank. You know, I thought I was being really good then. I even boasted to the BP Prof. I was like, Larry, I made a fleet and I didn't rank it. And he was like, oh, little steps.
I only took the Warbirds to 60. Thank you very much. I didn't rank on fully.
Scotty was so proud when he came on TeamSpeak earlier, and he was telling everyone that he's ranked to 68% without paying for it. Although you did pay for some of the rank before you, just don't let everyone think you ranked it from 0 to 68, because you paid for some of it, and then you ranked for free.
4 ranks.
What?
No,
you actually made
to see what the.
So you actually earned 4 ranks, or did you actually like pay for 4?
No, he coined it to 60% first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all right, yeah.
Hey, I'm proud of him for being on ranking today himself.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I can understand.
No comment there. No comment.
I can understand why some people would pay for their rank, because I don't know about you, but God, ranking is repetitive and it's just boring as shit. But I mean, for some of us who can't or don't want to spend the extra, 60, 70 coins a shot at going up another level, it's you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that you don't mind. Just, I mean, for example, you know, your Phantom Nighthawks, for example, you can just send them off an auto, and you haven't got to worry about them getting sniped and stuff like that. But anything else, you've got to think about the fact that you can go out and send them on auto, but they're going to get sniped at some point, and then that's going to cost you repair.
Because there's
So
guns like paying out there.
yeah, and there's loads of people who will just sit there. Especially with me, I can't even launch fleets out sometimes without having 5 or 6 fleets of Phantom Nighthawks sat out on my base. As soon as I launch them, I don't even reach the map, and I've got them locked up. So, it's
Got a new question, and I'm glad that Low Dog posted it, because I was going to ask it earlier. Has anybody seen a good Dante or Nova Storm fleet at all? Because all the ones I've seen have just been trash.
I haven't seen one hit my base yet, if that's what you mean. Or seen one hit yet, so I can't really make a judgment, to be honest. I mean, I am looking at doing one with Spaders, but that's more for a smaller fleet.
I've
seen Phantom Assassin use his. They looked nice. It was nice to watch him use them, but to be fair on him, and the bases he hit, they weren't the greatest of bases. They definitely were top end bases. Some of them little rink, or there was bits of the base where you could do it for, with smaller fleets. If he hit a bigger base or, a more top end base, he wouldn't have made it with that fleet.
So I guess the question here would be do you think that Kixeye and their ultimate wisdom for coming up with that was more geared towards your mid-level players that can hit mid-level bases instead of us higher end players?
I think what they're trying to do, and I think they've also stated it as well, is they're trying to widen the range rather than keep on with the power creep. They're trying to sort of level it all out at a stage now where they can offer ships that, rather than being better than the last one and wiping everything out, they're trying to sort of broaden the horizon rather than just keep shooting for the sky. So, obviously they're going to be more productive in certain types of bases rather than just killing everything. I think that's the best way to.
I know Payne's going to cheer me up for this as well, but it's down to the prep as well and how you hit the base. And I mean, that Dante has got some really nice defense stats on it. You can get it really, really nice. And like you said, rather than it being set like the Grimshine Draft where it's a 300% increase in reload, it's only 50, so it's more evened out. It's a consistent 50 rather than being like one big burst of 300.
I think really quite balanced. It's something that you can stop with the right defense, but it's not something that's crazily overpowered like when we had the Hell Strikes or when we first had the Hellhounds, and when the masts were just being stupid.
Harlocks.
Yeah, Harlocks as well. They are trying to sort of broaden the range rather than just going crazy power creep like they were. I think they're going to be extremely powerful in some bases that aren't built to resist them, but in other bases you're going to be good.
And again, it's down to the driver.
It is, and it's down to the build, but then that's the same with anything in Battle Pirates. A lot of it depends on how you drive it and how it's built. There's a lot of players out there that just go, "Oh, I've got the bulkhead armor, smack loads of armor points on it, and it'll be fine." And then they get mullered, and then they start kicking off about it. You've got to build stuff right in order to get into bases, and it's the way it is, really.
I like the variety of the ships because that's a new ship that I don't have to build, so I can work on building other things and catch up a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
I think the same as well, because I've got more hounds, and to me, building the Nova Storms is a complete waste to me, because I don't think that the bonuses available on the Nova Storm are of any real use to me, since I've got more hounds that do the same job and have the overdrive, because I think that the overdrive is more useful.
So actually,
So
I agree. And obviously, I've got the Serum Reich Mortar Hounds, and I don't see any difference to the normal Nova Storm. My hounds can't do,
yeah,
other than maybe the splash.
yeah. I think to be honest, it's like I've said on the show a couple of times before. I'm not really interested in building Nova Storms, but I would build a Dante, because just to give you that bonus as
Correct.
a flagship. That's about all I've got to say on the matter, really. That's
Well,
my advice. I wouldn't buy, build, or tell anybody to build Nova Storms, but I would say build a Dante.
even if you build it blank and leave it outside the base like a Highlander, and just use
Yeah.
it strictly for the reload, even for your Spaders DNX or your R5 DNX, just to get the reload.
Yeah, that reload and the aura that it gives as well, because the special that it gives for Fire and Ice works as an aura, same way as the Highlander does. So it doesn't have to be with it in order to get that speed up through the ice patches and the fire. Although we don't think that the fire speed up works, but we do know that the ice one does.
So it'd be pretty good using it as a support ship.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, and Rob was saying the only decent build, that he's kind of seen is the one that Phantom Assassin posted some videos of. Phantom also posted a screenshot that showed what his repair time was on that fleet, and he might as well have just built a Proto-Nemesis for as much repair as it causes.
Yeah, the repair's silly. I don't know why they've given it such a repair modifier for what is just a beefed up DNX.
Do we have any idea? Anyone got any ideas what they think the retro upgrade might be for the the new ships with the new cruiser, the Interdictor, Heart of Triton, and the Stingray from the campaigns?
I'd probably go as far as saying that they're going to match the R5 counterparts of the current ships and just have that extra bonus what they get from the limited. So, for example, the not so great nuclear cruiser is going to be like the R5 nuke cruiser, only it has the random cryo launcher thing that it has. Probably a fair, I guess, of what's going to happen.
It'd be nice if they put the thermal on the Visago. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking that. It doesn't even have to be like the same as obviously a Viper. Just do it so like maybe 68, like the way the interceptors are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that they will, but I think that they like to offer Vipers for points, don't they? So I don't know.
Yeah, but like obviously the R5 interdictors, obviously they don't have thermal. The Viper obviously have 80 therm, which is the most, other than the Frostbite, is the most thermal.
You
Just
can at
only
least match the battle cruiser.
Yeah, that
yeah,
shocked
it's
me.
only 5. There's something in
Yeah.
between.
I don't know.
They're matching the battle cruiser. That was a good point. Yeah.
Because I kind of class the battle cruiser as like sort of a lower level ship because it's in what tier 1, 2, and then
Tier 1,
the
yeah.
Fasaga is more like a mid-level sub-killer fleet.
Besides the thermal, the Visaga's a bloody good ship. Before thermal came out, I was killing stuff with mine. Even my battle cruisers before they had thermal at R5, I was killing stuff with them. It's all down to the driving, even with sonar. Obviously now you've got all this R10 Caterpillar, R10 stealth, but before then, when it was just down to sonar and cloak, a good driver with enough evade on an interdictor could easily kill subs.
To be honest, I've seen people kill, like yourself, good sub drivers kill thermal ships, like your interceptors and your BCs and that, just by the way they use the fleet.
I'm just noticing that we've gone on for about an hour. I know there's some people who having to get off. Low Dog's just had to jump off already, and I know Thomas is in Norway, so it's what, 2 o'clock in the morning for you now. I think something like that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw a quick question to Earth, see what if he's done the arena yet and what he's using.
I've done a bit in the arena. I've been using Frosty, 2 Atlases and a couple of masts.
Working on.
I've done alright.
I'm
not really interested in getting, into first or even in the top 10 really. I just want 1 extra RAF. That's all I want.
Has anybody seen the stats for this volcanic hull?
It's not a hull.
It's the same hull. It's just a skin. It's just a paint job.
Yeah, it basically makes your RAF look different. You can choose to make your RAF look different. So say if you go on.
It makes it look hot.
Yeah.
So say if you've got 2 of them, for example, you can have one looking normal and one with the volcanic, so you know what goes in what fleet, for example.
That's about the only advantage of it, really. Other than going, look at me, I've got volcanic RAF because I'm awesome.
I think that's pretty cool, to be honest.
It does look cool.
We don't know anyone that do that.
It does look cool. Don't get me wrong, it does look cool, but
except for the Warbird skin.
Well, don't even get me started on that one, but there we go.
Has anyone got any last comments or anything before we shut off for the night?
Well, I just want to ask everybody whether they've seen any differences with the APOCs.
Yes.
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 What did they do to my APOC?
Confirm that.
So
they're working correctly.
The eruption pure actually makes them fall faster now.
The what?
Oh, okay. So they're better.
Pure. Eruption Pyre, yeah.
Pure?
Yeah, Pyre.
It's got with a Y, not a U.
Yeah.
Kickstarter pick something for once? Make my shit better instead of worse?
Oh, yeah, but I think that has anybody actually hit any bases with it fully retroed on the talk or not?
I've had mine hit, but that's about it. I haven't hit none that seemed to be faster.
I hit
There was this one guy who was a hacker.
I don't know if he's I don't know if Bombard's got his retrofit, but they came down pretty fast on my fleet.
Yeah, he has. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you could see a difference when I hit him.
But,
I
yeah,
got hit by Rule, by his Mastodon fleet, and they come down so quick his Mastodons were dead before they even got to my fleet.
I'm just trying to establish if Trogar's being a troll, which is not usual for him. He just put Crusader fixes coming this week for projectile speed.
I don't take him seriously, so...
Don't be a troll, Gar.
Well, projectile speed has been a problem, hasn't it? It has been a problem for ages with everything. So, and what has been a problem with Crusaders, the normal stats for the Crusader and the Arbalest, they've been thrown at the same speed as what they would with any other ship. So, maybe they're going to fly faster and make them even more deadly.
Faster?
Shh, don't say
I
that.
can't imagine that. I can imagine what's probably going to happen. Next week.
Arbalest firing faster, that I hope never happens.
We're about Crusaders stuff. They need a
those
buff.
people fighting. Everyone's going to be finding tickets and all this crap asking for money back because the Crusaders don't work.
Yeah.
Or they're just flat Earth.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of them, innit? So
We'll see what happens. I'm sure it's probably going to come out in the
don't.
next update.
All I'm gonna say is, if you've got your Eruption Pyre retroed fully, and when you've got extremely quick fleets running through there and they're still getting caught, don't start crying when they change it, because it's stupid. To be perfectly honest.
I believe
You know,
R15
so you
24
mean
combat
they're
speed.
going to nerf them?
They're
I
gonna
believe
nerf it.
24, 25 combat speed, roughly.
Yeah. So like realistically, anything other than a rush fleet is gonna get caned by them.
So don't use Mastodons.
I was going to say everything
Thank you.
If you use
other than
Mastodons,
Crusaders. But...
if you use Mastodons in an APOC base anytime in the last month, you're a moron. If you drive them in
Oh,
I'm-
wow.
Excuse me.
So you say that.
Steven,
You say that if you
Steven, my next video is hitting your base with my Mastodons.
Would you like
That's
to
what
do it?
Jump
Fair
to me
enough.
now, and we'll get it out of the way. Just
Sorry,
get
Taylor.
it.
How many pockets more were in that base you hit earlier, Payne?
4, 3 or 4. I think I lost one spot and barely damaged my masts.
You can do it.
You got to be smart about the base.
Yeah. You
I
can
haven't
do
seen
it.
very many smart people hit my base.
Very
Yeah.
true.
There's not a lot of smart people out there.
And you've got to keep if you are gonna use them against an APOC base, you've got to keep them closer. Don't keep them too far apart.
You either got to split them right up, or you've got to bunch them up. One or the other.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if they've got it retroed, there's no point in you bunching them up either.
No, keep it a distance away from the splash.
Yeah, because they are going to cane you big time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything to lead us out?
Personally, I think it's just another reason to show that Kickstarter don't really test their retrofitted items.
No kidding.
Personally.
No.
Because when you see it,
Never.
if you hit a base when it's fully retroed and you've got fully retroed Apox and you've got fully retroed Eruption Pyre on it, you'll see what I mean.
Well, I think mine's R8 or R9, and you can tell the difference.
But it gets stupid. You're talking. I watched a base where it had both of them Hellhounds went in there. There was no base guard whatsoever, and it killed 2 Hellhound fleets getting through, and there was only like 2 gargoyles in the channel. When they got at the back, a couple of missiles, and the rest was APOC mortars, and it killed 2 fleets of Hellhounds just to take out the 2 gargoyles in there, and then killed another fleet of Hellhounds because they stopped for like a millisecond.
And then you've got to think the fuel ammunitions on the outpost as well to get the criticals.
Yeah.
See, it hurts.
Yeah, those new mortars, they hurt bad when they land in channel and you're stuck.
I mean, I've got 2 now. I'm thinking of doing a 3rd.
Mm.
I'm just thinking, guys, it's getting to the point we should probably stop down.
So that's full.
One more thing for me I'd like to say real quick.
Go for it, babe.
Just want everybody to know that tomorrow in the U.S., today in the UK, May 2nd, is World Naked Gardening Day is tomorrow. So everybody is supposed to garden naked.
Whether it's raining or sunshine.
Yep, naked gardening day tomorrow.
And it's supposed to be very popular in the UK, according to what I read on Facebook.
It is. I will be out there in my birthday suit, cutting the grass.
Christ, not you.
I might live stream it. Should do a live stream on it.
Live streaming, cutting the grass and making the flowers look dandy.
That's a good point to end it on. Let's go. Thanks for coming out, guys. Remember to check us out on Facebook. Hopefully you already have. Any tips or tricks you need, message us with builds, or full builds even, and we'll help you out. And we'll see you again on our Wednesday show. Thanks for coming, guys.
Giggity.
Thanks, guys. Catch you later.
Take care.
Take care.